Warning: the following podcast contains violent scenes that may be unsettling to some listeners. Listener discretion is advised.
The post-Civil War landscape of the American West offers escape and opportunities to many new immigrants who come to the country's shore. A few of them brave the journey to the camp town of Missouri Crossing, each looking for a new lease on life in the Dakota Territories. Join the settlers of Missouri Crossing, including Gregory Smith, played by Joaquin, Sister Margaret Miller, played by Monica, Bjorn Hagman, played by Chris, and Craig as the Keeper of Arcane Lore, as we explore the horrors that await us on Down Darker Trails. Gregory, following your conversation with Russ Freeman, what are you doing now?
I think after the talk with Freeman, he would have gone back to help with just digging, just to get it done as quickly as possible.
Bringing up what he said?
Yeah, I'll make sure to talk to, say, Bjorn, we managed to talk it out and he's not going to fire you. He may not have the money able to pay you because most of the cattle died, but...
I put the shovel in the pile of dirt next to me, kind of poke it in there. I take a handkerchief from my back pocket, kind of wipe my face off with it. I turn, I'm squinting because the sun, I would assume, is going down behind him or something like that. As I'm looking at him, and I'm like, that poor man. I didn't even stop and think about it. Oof. Well, I suppose I got the free trip and food on my way to Missouri Crossing. I mean, I got money I saved up until then, I guess.
Well, yeah, so we can worry about that when we actually get to the town.
I'm not worried. Yeah, we'll
just get this. Let's get these poor souls put away.
How many more do we have?
It's kind of like you're digging one big hole.
Oh, okay. Bosnia style. I mean, sorry.
Kind of.
Go talk to Sister Miller. Clear your head.
I can talk on the trip to the. I can talk on the ride out here. Let's just do this first.
I look at him.
Everything at its time. Everything at its time.
I look at him for a second. I'm really scrutinizing him. You know what I mean? Just looking, doing that friend where they look at someone and they're just kind of seeing how they're doing. Am I getting kind of impression from that? Can I roll something to kind of get a vibe of how he's doing?
Yeah, sure. Give me a psychology roll, please.
All right. I have 44 out of 50.
So one thing that you're picking up on, Gregory, is how immensely tired he looks. But Joaquin, what else would Bjorn be picking up?
I think that definitely that he's tired, not just physically, but also just tired of just all the drama that's been going on, just because he's it's bad enough that we had to deal with the lives being in danger, but now we got all the people at each other's throats, and that's just, it's exhausting him that way. And now he's just trying to sort of distract himself just by just focusing on a task, if he could just sort of lose himself in the monotony of it.
Did Mr. Freeman tell you anything that he wants me to do now that I'm back on the field?
Yeah. He said that just we round up whatever cattle is left you can find, and we're gonna head out as soon as possible.
Do I see I take it there's a horse around that I've ridden as part of the cattle hands or something that's within reach?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Most of the horses were unaffected by the rampage. In fact, that was one of the first things that you secured in the morning were the remaining horses.
So I'm going to get on a horse, and when I put on my shirt again, make sure I have my shotgun with me and my two pistols. My rifle.
The pistol back? Are you?
No, my one pistol. My one pistol. Sorry, I know I have one for my son, and rifle. Get on the horse. I'm going to adjust my hat, and I'm going to look down right by Gregory. I'm going to look down at him and be like, I want to talk to you about my son.
Yeah, he was out collecting.
No, listen,
meat.
Mr. Smith. Something happens to me in these next 2 days. Will you take care of the boy?
I'd be honored to.
I just nod at him. And before I go out to look at the cattle, I'm going to ride to where the Catholics are at. Look for Sister Miller real quick before I take off.
Yeah, you ride over to the missionary wagon, and you don't see one outside of it because Father Nas was helping with the digging of the grave. But as you get closer, you kind of hear the sound of two women, and you recognize them doing the Hail Mary.
I'm going to respectfully wait till I'm done hearing the Hail Marys.
How long do you want to wait? Because if they're doing a rosary, it might take a while.
I'm just gonna be like clear my throat outside a couple times, like do the polite thing.
Margaret, someone's outside.
Margaret just kind of opens her eyes slowly, and she thinks it could be Father Nas. So she quickly puts her rosary around her neck. She kind of kisses the crucifix at the end, and then she just quietly nods and thanks Sister Michael before opening up the caravan and wiping her eyes of tears. And she kind of freezes in place when she sees it's Bjorn. Oh, Mr. Hagman, how can I help you?
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt the Sister Miller. I think Mr. Smith could use your ear and maybe your guiding hand a little bit. He seems troubled after last night. I got to go out and collect some cattle, but Gregory's over there with Father Noss. Maybe you go talk to him, and I think he needs his head cleared a little bit.
Of course, Mr. Hagman, I'll certainly stop by. Is everything all right? Are we ready to move on?
Mr. Smith would know better than I, but it seems like there's not much to reclaim here. Seems like Mr. Freeman has lost quite a bit of the head, and unfortunately a lot of us aren't going to be getting paid because of it, which makes me feel horrible about the conversation I had with them, but yeah, you know. Anyways, I got to go get the rest of these cattle. If you could go talk to Mr. Smith, I think it'd be appreciated, and I think he would appreciate it, and well, this is almost all done. 2 more days we should be in Missouri Crossing, so I got to get going here, though. You have a good rest of your evening, Mrs. Miller. Sister Miller.
You too, Mr. Hagman. May the Lord be with you and watch over you as you've herd the cattle. Nice. And with that, she kind of feels extra guilty after having yelled at Mr. Friedman about all the money-related issues and the cows, especially now Mr. Hagman isn't getting paid. So she definitely feels like she has to go and finish her rosary. But, you know, after that, I would assume that she would go talk to Mr. Smith.
Before we pick up with Sister Miller and her conversation, let's quickly get a roll from Bjorn, as he is going to round up as much of the cattle as he can. Now, I'm thinking that a track roll would probably be the most appropriate, because you're trying to like find a bunch of living cows, like not just a plain old like ride horse roll, and survival is going to be mostly used. So I think track would be the best for this.
Sounds good. Let's go ahead and roll it. 53 out of 50, but I would like to push the roll.
Do you want to push the roll or spend luck?
Actually, I'll spend luck. Let me spend luck. So I have 26 luck right now. I'd like to spend 3 luck, which would bring me down to 23. And for success,
I'm going to make a roll real quick.
Satanic cows get a critical success.
It was actually a percentage, and you are able to recover 41 cattle.
Wow, how many were there before?
Less than 100 on a D. Oh, about 600.
No. Oh, 600. Oh, okay. I was like,
well, covered 41 out of 600.
That's still pretty. I mean, but yeah, $8 a head. No, I don't know that my character does, but that's not like, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And at the time, they're only out of character. It's only $6 a head, but maybe someone decided that a certain type of person is going to be charged more.
Oh, that's fucked up, man. Jesus Christ. All right, so I'm gonna come back with the 40 some head, knowing that it's not even. I mean, it's only 1/12 of whatever that was originally there, close thereabouts. Yeah, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna find Mr. Freeman after I come back with the cattle.
Right. Before we do that conversation, let's bring it back to Sister Miller.
Margaret's going to look around, ask people where Gregory is, and when she finally locates him, she's going to approach him with her hands clasped in front of her, just being very unassuming, and kind of tilt her head to the side and say, hello, Mr. Smith. I do hate to trouble you, but Mr. Hagman said that perhaps you were looking for me. You wanted to talk about something?
Just needs to learn when a man wants to be alone. Sorry, nothing against you, sister. He's still like digging the hole. He's not stopping. It has not been easy last 24 hours. Not easy at all.
I can only imagine after what you saw, what you experienced. And I imagine you're still trying to sort that out.
No, I've sorted it out. It's just, there's nothing good to come out of it. So I'm just trying to do what I can instead.
Are you worried about what may happen tonight since we're not moving on from the spot?
I don't know. I think we might move a little bit tonight. I probably won't be too late in the day. But whenever we leave, it's as long as we have enough people keeping watch, that should be okay. But we just need to keep watch. That's all that needs to be done.
How's little Mary? Is she feeling all right?
Yes, she's got a few bruises, but considering what might have been, it's honestly nothing to really mention.
I guess we should count our lucky stars that her little friend was there to keep her safe.
Yes, thank God for that. But yes, sorry.
Mr. Smith, I know you're not one to really talk about what's going on internally, and I wholeheartedly respect that. But I just want you to know that if there's anything that I can do for you, even if it's just listening about what happened, what you saw, I want you to know that I am here for you, okay? Sister Michael, Father Nas, we're all here for you, as we are for everyone else. If you ever should feel you need someone to confide in, anything that you tell me, of course, I will keep to the utmost confidence.
Thank you for your offer, sister. I'll keep it in mind. Now, if you'll pardon me, I just gotta make sure that we get enough space for the departed set up.
Certainly, Mr. Smith. I'll leave you to it. Hopefully, tomorrow we'll just put all this behind us and it'll be a distant memory.
One can hope.
Bjorn, you spend much of the remaining daylight rounding up cattle, but eventually you're able to get enough of them together in an area where Sam Baker can keep an eye on. I mean, even he can keep an eye on 40 cows in a large area, but you're exhausted from the night before, not getting a whole lot of sleep, digging graves, arguments, rounding up cattle, and you see Russ Freeman, and he's kind of going through the stores on the back of the wagon that the kitchen supplies are usually kept.
I just kind of like clear my throat, not to like scare him or anything like that while he's back there.
He finishes taking something out, and then he looks like he's tying something off in a small package, and he puts it in a little drawer and then slowly secures it with a little latch and then turns around to face you. Hagman?
Mr. Freeman, I found about 41 of your head. I feel like I owe you an apology, Mr. Freeman. I spoke out of anger and exhaustion. I did it to look at it from your perspective, which was very, what's the word I'm thinking of? And he stops for a second, looks down and looks up, immature. I hope you accept my apology.
And you mine. I regret to inform you that I will not be able to pay you what I promised you.
It's understood. I understand. I understand the situation. You were kind enough to hire me, and I was able to get my son and I up to this Missouri Crossing city here soon. So we have a fresh start. So for that, I am indebted to you, and I appreciate that, sir. What are you doing once you get to Missouri Crossing?
I don't know. Perhaps it was too lofty of a dream for me to be my cattle baron or whatever, but maybe a small rancher does seem still in the scope.
That can happen up there, yeah, for sure. We are going all up there for our own reasons. Gregory the same way. I just want you to know we haven't talked, but the what was out there. I stopped for a second. Never mind. No, never mind. Listen, I understand. I want to pull guard tonight, but I'm exhausted, but I will try my best to stay up tonight to make sure that nothing happens again. I don't know if you can have any of the other men help out.
I understand. Why don't you get some rest now, and I'll wake you in a few hours. We'll try to get an early start, but I fear it might not be till first light that we can get people moving. I know it'll be a tense night for all of us, but...
You be careful, too.
You too.
And I just kind of like turn around and I walk off towards the area that my son and I have kind of claimed together.
Hey, Hagman, he says as you're walking away.
I stop for a second, turn around. Yes, sir.
That horse right there, it is not a very good horse. I'll sell it to you.
I look at him. I look at the horse. How much are you asking, Mr. Freeman?
Let's say $100 in back wages.
I just smile at him. Deal. And I just like turn around, I grab the harness and I walk forward. Hey, look, I got a new horse. I say all loud. It's for him to hear as I make my way towards the area.
So for the remainder of the evening, there's very little sleep to be had, although exhaustion takes a few of you eventually. There's lots of subbing out, but it's pretty much decided. First light, you're going to have a short breakfast, say a few prayers over the bodies, and then get going. Is there anything that anyone wants to say or do before heading west along the Mississippi towards your new home?
Not for me.
Yeah, I think Gregory will take talk to his family a bit, just like especially his son, just that we take turns keeping watch during the night.
Yeah, and Mark is actually, dutifully excited to be helping out in this capacity, and he's able to stay awake for a few hours, just long enough for you to get some rest, which you're thankful for.
Even if the rest is not like the dreams that come with it are not very fun.
Yeah. What does Gregory dream about?
I definitely think a lot of his dreams would just be like a lot of smoky eyes, just like peeking at him, like everywhere he almost feels them behind his back, like he almost see them behind his back, and then when he turns, there's just nothing there, and it's just constant, like he's just caught in a spiral of just eyes everywhere.
Yeah, it's a incredibly surreal dream that you're having, and by the time you wake up, you don't know where the time is gone, but you're looking around and you're noticing that you're standing with your hands folded and your head bowed as Father Nos is reading some liturgy over the graves you built. You don't know what happened to the night. You don't know what happened to the morning. You realize that you're not hungry, so you assume you ate already, but it's an incredibly weird feeling of missing time that you're experiencing. How does that make you feel?
He definitely thinks it's odd, but since he seems like no real harm has come out of it, he'll sort of just keep it to himself and just be like, "Okay, that was odd. I didn't know one could eat in their sleep. It's no matter. It's no matter. It's just a passing thing. Probably it'll all be better when we get some good solid walls up."
You mutter along with some of the prayers that Father Nos is saying, and you bow your head and your eyes close again. Then you raise up your eyes again and open them, and you realize that you're on your wagon and you're looking off into the incredible expanse, and you're driving your wagon. You don't remember setting off. It's definitely later in the day, but you're just recognizing for the first time how wonderful and amazingly awesome and awe-inspiring that the land is. It's after leaving behind the campsite with all the cattle bodies, you're just taking it in how pristine the land is, and it's just some verdant wilderness in front of you with rolling hills on the prairie. But at some point you notice that a small plume of smoke is rising in the distance.
Is that it? And is am I driving the cart by myself, or is the son of the rider near me?
You're in the front of your wagon driving, and as always, since you have oxen and probably the heaviest cart, you've been typically the lead cart and wagon in all this. You look to your side and you see your wife Samantha. She's trying with great difficulty to knit a pair of socks as you are
bumping
riding
along on the road.
Yeah.
Do you see that, Samantha?
See, oh dear, what is that?
It's either people or there's a fire going on. Could be. I'm not sure which. Hopefully, it means that we're. I think if we're lucky, that's the crossing up there.
And you know for a fact that you're very close, and you're expecting to get there within a couple days, but you have no idea exactly how far out you were. What do you want to do with this information?
I guess, first of all, he'll relay the information back to the rest of his family in the cart, and if anyone happens to pass by, just send the word down the train that there's smoke up ahead.
Yeah, okay. Word is passed along by voice, and eventually, Margaret, you hear from one of the drovers that smoke has been spotted in the distance. Well, you haven't seen it yet. What are your thoughts?
Margaret is being optimistic, thinking that maybe they're finally arriving at their destination, and at that destination there will be more people, so more safety.
Right, and as the wagon train bumbles along, hours go by, and then you could see at the kind of crest of a hill, you see that smoke is actually coming out of the chimney of a sod house. And as you're getting closer, the lot of you notice that it looks to be crops of corn in rows that is growing along the landscape. All right, scene's on you guys.
I ride my horse up to the front. I take it I was in the back with the little bit of cattle or that there was. Yeah, I mean, there's like so many cow folk now that, that we're not all needed for the cows. So I'm going to ride my new horse that I named Payday. I named him Payday. So
that's wonderful.
Yeah. So I ride him up next to Gregory's cart, and I assume Gregory's like in the front, like sitting in the front of the cart.
Yep.
Great. We made it. We made it, Mr. Smith. And I'm like,
well, I don't know if we made it fully yet. There's only the one house.
Do you think the rows of corn are for just the one house, Mr. Smith? Come on now.
Well, man can eat a lot of corn.
I suppose so. Or we got 40 cows for it too, so we can have some steak with the corn. Yes.
Yes. Why don't you like right up see who lives there? Maybe we can like get an idea of how close we are proper to like the crossing. Maybe are we there yet, or if this is just someone didn't want to live too close to the cross camp itself?
Yeah, let me. I'll check with Mr. Freeman before I make my way ahead. Goodness, okay. I'm looking around for Mr. Freeman.
Yeah, it doesn't take you long to find him. Your train is now much shorter than it used to be. He agrees that you should go, but he says you should, be cautious and take Sam with you.
Mr. Baker, do you want to come with me?
Boss says I go, we go.
Yes, sir. And I just kind of like ride up with him, just kind of make speed for this earth hut.
So it doesn't take you long to close the distance. You quickly outpace the wagons and remaining cattle, and do you make like a straight line, or do you like kind of go around the crops, or do you try to approach from a certain direction?
I just try to like, if there looks like there's a way that's already kind of a path in between, I don't want to like trample on this guy's crops, you know what I mean? But yeah.
It takes you a little bit longer, but you go riding around the fields, and you notice that there's like a path just wide enough for like probably a small wagon to squeeze through between a couple of the planted rows, and it kind of goes right up to the sod house. And like as you start to crest the hill, you notice that there's next to the sod house kind of like a modest sized wooden barn that has gone up. But you're looking around, and the first sign of civilization you see is a man in denim overalls and a straw hat with a large scythe going around, and he looks like he's harvesting some of his crops. He recognizes you at a distance and raises his hand in greeting.
I raise my hand in greeting, and I assume Sam is doing the same thing.
Yeah.
I make my way towards this gentleman slowly with my horse. Hello, sir. Hello.
Oh, hi. Sorry, where are my manners? Hello?
My name is Jean, and I work here for Mr. Sam for his cattle train here. Are we by Missouri Crossing? Are you part of Missouri Crossing, sir?
Yes. Sorry. It's been a long, hot day in the sun, and just trying to get this done. I'm William. Bill. I'm William. You could call me Bill.
Hello. Hello. I'm like for a second, like I'm trying to translate in my head. Bill. Hello. Is the town proper behind you here? If we keep going, do we hit the town proper?
I mean, you're about a day's ride out, but how many are you?
How many are us?
Probably a couple dozen at this point.
About 24 people and about 40 head of cattle, sir.
Oh, really? All his cattle? And he points to Samuel.
Yes, sir. I know the game, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yes, sir. It's his. What time is it? The day is it about right now? By the way, out of character.
Got to be like close to 4.
Oh, okay. So yeah, this about the day of the way. You say, are you the only man here?
Yeah, I'm Bill Burgess. Sorry, my wife and I live here. We're good Christian folk, and my wife Mary and I live here with our daughter.
Yeah.
We thought I'd try our luck with a new life out west.
How long have you been out here?
Oh, let's see. Oh, we got here about I don't know, just after harvest before the winter set in, and this early spring we built the home and started sowing our first crops. And yes, well, very excited to see more people here.
As we are too. We're excited that we're so close to Missouri Crossing. You're not going to believe everything that we went through to get here.
Oh, I would believe it. Trust me, I would believe it. Say, you said 40 cattle,
Yes,
40
sir.
head.
Yes, sir.
Oh, in that case, I have a proposition for you.
What's that proposition, sir?
Well, you obviously keep them to that area, and he shows a field that it looks to you to be fallow, and he says, you keep them over there, and your party and you see like he's kind of struggling to make out sentences sometimes, like he just got excited or something.
Oh, because he's excited. Yeah, because it's making like Bjorn's just like kind of setting off alarms a little bit in his head,
Yeah,
But okay, yeah.
but your party and you why don't you have a good home cooking with us and the wife.
She'd be willing to cook for 20, 40 people, sir. Then I'd take.
Well,
I smile.
well, we can offer whatever hospitality we can.
Yes, sure. Mr. Sam, does that sound good to you? And I look at Mr. Sam.
Oh, sure, yeah, of course, says Sam, like kind of like trying to figure out what his play might be.
One thing, and I turn around like I'm about to go back, and I look, and I'm like, one thing, Bill. We have folks. We have some colored folks with us. Would you be
Oh,
welcoming them too?
I mean, of course you'd have to share space in the barn if you wanted to spend the night, but
I have no problem with that. These are my brothers that I've been spending time with.
okay, yes, I'd be happy to extend my hospitality to your party. It's probably not the safest to, spend your first night in the crossing, coming in night with such a big force. It might, stir up some troubles, if you will.
Oh, yes, sir. Let me go back, and Mr. Sam and I will tell our other stakeholders about what's going on, and then we'll make our way down here, sir.
Okay, and yeah, okay.
Bill has that face a lot going on.
And yeah, he extends his hand and offers to shake yours.
And I shake his, and then I turn around with Sam, and now we're riding back. I look at Sam for a second, like he seems pretty. I'm thinking the word excitable.
Yeah, I don't know what he might have been seeing these last few months or whatever, but
probably gets lonely.
Probably. I mean, only another day's ride, but
yeah,
I'm willing to try to get as much information about our new home from a local before we, start storming in there.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Yes. Do you want to tell Mr. Freeman about the proposition, or should I?
I don't see no reason to split up and tell them separately. Let's tell them together.
All right. So I'm going to ride up to find Mr. Freeman.
Yeah, and he seems to be expecting you, and it doesn't take that long to double back because the train continues to go forward, of course. So yeah, you talk to him, and Russ seems quite happy for whatever hospitality, even second rate, that he'd be able to get at this point.
For sure.
and there's talk about like, oh, if when you bring up the fallow field, he's like, oh yeah, I suppose that our cattle could add quite a bit of nitrogen to the soil there.
Yeah, that's true.
So the wagon train like winds its way through the narrow pass between the grain fields and ascends the hill, and the wagons are kind of parked and unhitched outside of the barn. Cattle are driven off into the fallow field that Bill indicated earlier, at which point Russ joins the rest of the drovers in assisting the cattle over there. And the wagons are parked, the oxen are unshackled and kind of put over with the rest of the herd. And at which point Bill returns. It looks like he had time to finish some of his work for the day, and he comes outside of his house. It looks like he had recently splashed some water on his face from a trough, and you could see his presumably is his wife standing in the distance, and she's holding a small baby in her arms. You could tell that Bill has like replaced his straw hat with a brown bowler hat with a blue band, and Mary is wearing like a blue working dress, and you notice like a ribbon with a brooch in like a Georgian style over her neck, and they seem ready and eager to welcome new settlers to the area. So as the lot of you dismount from your carts and get things set up, I'm going to say that scene's on you.
I think even like with the town so close, I think Gregory still he'll like be just one of the first volunteers, like he'll just like sort of keep a watch, like sort of patrol around the mini encampment, just because he even now he still feels like there's still some they haven't put enough distance between them and the whatever the forest that the creature came from.
Sure, yeah, and you look around, and like this is the first like good look you've seen of the area for a while, and like the barn is like one of the few wooden structures there, and like even the house is like all sod and stuff, and it looks like it could only accommodate a few people at a time. But yeah, you look across, you see the river continues on in the distance as the sun's starting to get lower, and like you could see like a small encampment in the distance, which like looking at it, you figure it's like a day's ride away. But this is the first hints of civilization you've seen since leaving the Twin Cities.
So yeah, I think Gregory, he's honestly at this point he is like the most on his actually at the most on edge, just because he's right now going through his head. He's feeling that they're so close to civilization that it that he has to be just one last night of vigilance before he can finally relax somewhat, because as they cannot trip before the finishing line. They have to make sure they're safe this night, and then finally they can just start building something new.
So you're saying like you're even being this close, you're still on edge and you still don't feel safe.
Yes.
Okay. So the two adults introduce themselves as Bill and Mary Burgess and invite a lot of you to dinner for whatever supplies you can provide versus like their hospitality. And like they say that they don't have a whole lot, but they say maybe a few of you can even eat on real plates tonight.
Nice. Yeah, Bjorn's like concerned because he would think this is a good part for Gregory to network himself, in his business about what's coming in there. And he's seeing like Gregory all like walking around, you know what I mean? Like walking around all guardian and everything like that. So he's going to go out to talk to Gregory real quick before going in for dinner, Actually, hold on. He's going to go grab Sister Miller first before talking to Gregory. Sister Miller.
Yes, Mr. Hagman.
You see Gregory out there? And I imagine we're like standing in the front yard or whatever while people are like figuring things out. You see him out there walking on his own?
Of course.
You see his family over there? And I motion like away. I think it's for Gregory's best interest to maybe start speaking on behalf of his business, but he seems distracted, and I don't know how to handle this.
Well, Mr. Hagman, he's gotten very little sleep the past 2 nights. I imagine it's just fatigue.
How do we get him to sleep then? And I look down at her.
She's looking at the floor, trying very hard to avoid his male stare. Well, I suppose maybe if he knew that the place was being watched after, if he knew his family was safe, then he'd be more inclined to fall asleep. Have you tried that approach?
Maybe. How about this? We tell him to come have a nice dinner. That tea of yours, doesn't tea help people sleep?
Yes, I've got quite a lot of tea that I could spare.
How about we have him have some tea at dinner, and then we try to help him speak on behalf of his company or in his future business, and then we get him to sleep, yes?
That would be wonderful, especially since town is apparently not far away. He certainly could use some customers.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking. It's a wasted opportunity for him. Let's go talk to him together, all right?
All right, Mr. Hagman.
Now, as we start walking over there, I kind of like take my hat off and I'm like waving towards Gregory. Gregory!
What?
Hey, what are you doing out here?
We just need to make sure that and nothing sneaks up on us. Just
Do you know Mr. Freeman's having some of the hands watching over, right?
yeah.
They got it taken care of. Once you come, you got to speak to these people about your future business, Gregory.
Well,
What did you agree?
they'll come into town on their own when they need, to have like that site over there fixed or something. They'll come to me. They'll know.
No, but Miss Sister Miller here says it'd be a good opportunity to find out about the town, find out about the businesses there, get a heads up.
Huh? Maybe.
Yes, Mr. Smith, you could have potential customers everywhere, and these lovely people seem to they are on the outskirts, yes, but I'm sure that they see the people who come and go. You could get an idea of what kind of business you could set up.
Well, I already have plans. I talked to people, found some old records. It's because we're so close that we can't let our guard down.
Mr. Smith, I think Sister Miller and I would agree that you showed very good leadership at times for the train on the way here, getting things going. And I think that the town could maybe use leadership like yours, especially what us three know. This would probably be a good opportunity to go and find out more about the town before we get there so you can keep everyone safe, even people in the town. And Miss Miller has some tea she would like you to try, probably tea to help you get you to sleep tonight.
Oh, yes, Mr. Smith, it's absolutely amazing. You'll have it. It'll calm your nerves a little bit and make you a little bit more sociable, I find.
No,
Mr. Smith, it's the God speaking through her. God's telling you got to go do it now.
He'll just shoot him a flat look at that.
Sure, Miss Miller, she's a daughter of Jesus, right?
Of course.
That's not how that works, right? He didn't... Stop trying to confuse me.
I'm a bride of Christ.
Dinner. Yeah, bride of Christ. There you go.
I will make you some tea. Go have dinner with these lovely people on a nice real plate and a nice real seat. Just please enjoy yourself. There are plenty of people to keep watch. I'll make you this tea and you'll find out more about what's ahead. You're an excellent spokesman and certainly you're very trustworthy. I'm sure these people will open up to you, and we can certainly find out what lies in store for us tomorrow. All right,
Gregory, he'll take one last look at the horizon before heaven save me from well-meaning fools. Okay, I'll go in. I'll grab something to eat.
That's wonderful. I'll be right back with your tea.
I swear you're worse than my wife.
All right, so the three of you and the rest of the wagon party have made a multiple month journey. You've learned quite a lot about where you come from and where you're going and your place in this world, and used quite a lot of skills along the way. So as you've been going around, hopefully you've been making little tick marks next to the skills that you passed. So what I want you to do at this point is to take those skills that you have made some check marks for passing at, and I want you to roll each of those skills into the dice roller app. What you want to do for those skills is actually fail them. So failing a skill in this point will show that you have learned something from some of their mistakes, but that you've also used the skill enough to earn that check. If you want to just indicate to me tell me which of the skills that you will be rolling. Let's start with Chris.
So I rolled for firearms first. I rolled a 58 out of 55, so I failed. Does that mean it goes up or what?
Just like make a mark saying that you have an increase on it for now.
Okay, gotcha. All right, and then I'm going to roll my ride. My ride was 64. I failed my ride. So that goes
up.
My spot hidden, I'm going to roll that next. That's 68. I failed that. So that goes up. Then my track, I got 2 ticks. Do I roll both time or just once?
You actually only get 1 tick at a time.
Gotcha. Okay. My track, I passed, so that does not go up. So those are all mine right there.
Okay. And for each of them that you failed, you will increase it by 1d10.
All right. So I'm going to roll 1d10 for my...
Roll them as we're going. I'm going to move on to Monica. Which skills have you successfully used that you're going to be rolling on?
I have 2 successful first aids and 1 successful psych roll.
That all the skills you passed? Because I'm pretty sure you hit natural world at least once.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I failed everything else.
Okay. You only get 1 tick at a time, so you have psychology and first aid to roll then. So go ahead and roll those and see if you pass or fail.
Okay. I'll do my psychology. And I actually passed that one. And I definitely failed first aid.
Excellent.
So then I have to do a 1d10 for that, you said?
Yep, and it will go up by your d10. Joaquin, so which of the skills have you passed and have tick marks next to?
So I know I got accounting that one time from when we'd set up camp. I know I got drive, I'm pretty sure once from the from the first session. Firearms from that one time. Thank God I actually saved. I made it. So that's 3. I know I got spot hidden just recently from the daughter search. So I don't think I got anything else aside from that.
Listen.
Oh yeah, listen. I forgot. Yeah, listen. Thank you. Listen.
All right. So roll those skills and tell me which ones you fail.
So that was fail the accounting, failed the drive wagon, failed the firearms, just barely failed listen. That was lucky. Now the spot hidden. That I also failed. Just barely failed that.
So for each of those failed attempts, add 1d10 to your totals. So then we'll back up and just see what our increases were. So Chris, what were your increases from this?
So my firearms rose by 3 to 58. My ride rose by 7 to 57, and my spot hidden rose by 9 to 59.
Excellent. And Monica?
My first aid went up from 15 to 22.
And Joaquin?
I'm still rolling, but so my accounting went up by 1. My drive went up by 2, so the accounting should be 31. Drive should be 22. Firearms, I got a 10, so that should be 50 now. Listen, I rolled 3, so that should be that's a 3 out of 3 from a 0, so it's just 23 technically, I guess, or whatever how it works. Because it had a 0 in it to begin with, so I just had the default. So would it be 23?
Yeah, if it goes up. The default is your old one, so then you just add from there.
Okay.
So 23.
All right, so yeah, then last one. Shit, another 10. So that was a spot hidden. So 40. My God. Yes, the Gregory luck is back.
So now that you have made your rolls, I want you to erase all your tick marks so we can start fresh for the next chapter in Missouri Crossing, and you could have the ability to get more tick marks in those skills again.
Hunters Hunted 2 Corruption follows 4 hunters who have been plagued by the Supernatural Society and is a great place to start if you're looking for more games to listen to by Twin Cities by Night and you enjoyed Missouri Crossing.